As a self-proclaimed destroyer of phones, I never in a million years thought I could own one like this. They're big, they're heavy, they're fragile, and they have these hinges that are just asking to be filled with small particles. Yeah, this thing, it wouldn't last a week in my life. Not to mention, I don't need all of this screen. Well, that's how I felt until I met this one. I'm Becca, I take tech outside, and over the next month you're gonna hear all about the best tech that I use this year. And we're kicking it off with this baddie. This is the Galaxy Z Fold7. Slimmer, lighter, stronger, that is what Samsung told me about its 7th generation flagship folding device when they lent me one back in July. Now you may recall that when I first got this device, I tried to replace my computer with it. And well, that didn't go quite to plan, but I'll put that video down in the description if you haven't seen it. After that though, I put my SIM card in it, and I tried it just as a phone. And within a few days, oh my god, but I was hooked. And what did it for me at first wasn't the big screen or the improved cameras, it was the size when it was closed. I mean, this phone feels significantly smaller than even a slab phone. And because it's ever so slightly narrower, my small thumbs can comfortably reach all the way across it. But the magic comes when you mix that, the fact that it feels like a small phone, with the fact that it's not. That feeling of opening it up and revealing the bigger screen, yeah, it still hasn't gotten old. But what has surprised me the most about having a tablet in my pocket is when I decide to use that internal screen most. I would say about 85% of the time when I'm using this internal screen, it is because I'm sharing something with someone else. TikToks in bed with my lady, showing vacation photos at dinner with family. It is big enough that I can bring people around it and use it with someone else. I mean, this is the first time in my life as predominantly an Android user that my friends, when we are out, ask to use my phone for something instead of their stinky iOS devices. A win is a win, baby. But I did take a small L when I decided to daily drive this phone. And sadly, it's the camera system. Alright, just bought a bike. She's a steed, and now I can go anywhere. This isn't a bad camera. In fact, in good light, it's incredible how good it is for a folding phone's camera, which have historically been pretty poor. And the best part about it being a folding phone is that you get to use the main lens as the selfie cam, and you get this giant display to take selfies with. I love this. The problem is, when the light's not great, neither is this camera. It's not as noticeable with the main lens, but that ultra-wide in the telephoto, holy cow. I mean, this ain't it. I also love to do these little punch zooms, and as soon as you start to zoom in, the drop in quality is severe, especially at night. Now, I think the average person will be plenty satisfied with this camera. Oh my god. But because I'm a content creator, and I use my phone's camera for work, I just wish this was a little better. Alright, it's time we talk hardware, because although I call all of this patina, the truth is this phone is pretty beat up. Oh, fudge! That is a new one. It's not that I'm reckless with my devices, I swear that I'm not. Oh wait, maybe that's the metal of something else? It's just that I'm not more cautious because I'm carrying one. I also just live a more active life. I'm on bikes and snowboards, and I'm running and hiking, and my devices do all of those things with me too. Now, if I could go back, I would definitely put a screen protector on this thing because the scratches on the front are starting to be apparent. And I think I would, and I will, get a case for when I'm doing more high-risk activities, such as riding my bike. What is that? Becca. But overall, on the hardware side of things, I am impressed with the build quality of this bad boy. The fall from the bike mount especially, folks, I was cooking down the streets of Brooklyn, went over a big bump, this thing went flying, I had to turn around, pick it up off the ground. Whew, I thought for sure, at least a cracked, I don't know, camera or something. And yeah, just a really good bump on the edge. I was the problem there. I mean, I'm the problem with any of the scratches on this device. It's also worth noting that I have taken this to many beaches. Here's footage from all of those beaches. And I was careful not to open the device on the beach. But what ended up happening is the next day I was carrying the same bag that I brought to the beach, and there was still sand at the bottom, just a little bit. And I had my phone in that bag, and when I took it out and then opened it, oh, the crunch sound that this hinge made, it sends shivers down my spine just thinking about it. And I have yet to see any evidence of there being residue or debris in the hinge, but I do wonder if it's just a matter of time until something shows up on the inside. Time will tell. Now that brings me to the next point. This hinge, it's not my favorite. When I hand it to friends to open it, they always say the same thing, like,
oh yeah, it is a little stiff to open.
Also, sometimes when I open it, I can hear particles getting crushed, but like I said before, time will tell. I think that the Pixel 10 Pro Fold has a much better hinge. It's smoother, it's easier to open, and it also doesn't wobble uncontrollably on a table. This wobble is the worst part about the Z Fold7. But the reason I don't use the Pixel is because this phone is huge. It just feels like a brick in my pocket. Of course, when you talk about battery life, it's good. I mean, I typically charge it overnight and I can definitely make it through a full day. If I'm traveling and I'm using the internal screen a lot, I will need a midday top off, but I always travel with a battery bank, so it's not an issue for me. Though it would be dope if Samsung would go silicon carbon with this. But otherwise, I freaking love this phone, man. It has totally made me a believer in foldables. Mostly because it has proven that it's not some precious item they have to be super careful with. It can hang with the slab phones in the hardware department. Plus, when closed, it feels exactly the same size as one of those slab phones. And if you're a foldable user, thank you for sitting through this many minutes of a first-time folding phone user gush about all the things you probably already knew. And if you're not a folding phone person, word to the wise. Once you go fold, you probably won't go back. Now, let's talk about price. This is a review unit. I haven't paid for it, but if and when Samsung asks for this back, I've already told myself I'm buying one. And next generation, I'm buying one, hands down. Now, I don't use this as a productivity tool. I don't do like heavy work on it, which I think a lot of folks buy these and think that's what they're gonna do. No, I purely just enjoy the hell out of watching TikTok on a big screen, really. But man, I love it. And maybe I'm just getting old and I'm like, I need big screen. I don't wanna look at little screen. That could be, but yeah, I would 100% not pay full price. Hello, Edit Becca here. I was just looking up prices of these used because you should always buy your tech used or do a trade-in. Just never pay full price, people, please. Back Market, which is my favorite used place for tech. Galaxy Z Fold7, unlocked, black, 256 gigs of storage, $13.74. That's a good deal. Would buy. Should I buy? I'm Becca. If you like this, let me know down below. Make sure to subscribe because next we're going to be talking laptops. I'll see you in the next one, bud.